matters is that you're doing everything you can to prepare, because I think that the metaphorical ball falling down the hill, that is the decline of the United States of America and many more nations around the world, has picked up so much speed that I don't know if it can be stopped. So today, I think I want to talk about something that has been on my mind for a while now, and it's my own perspective, but we got all these videos that are on YouTube, all these content creators within the preparedness, the preppers, the survival mindset people. And I think as preppers, we search for intel, actionable intel that we can subjectively kind of use our discernment to forecast what's to come in the future. And if you ask me, I tend to, well, for a while, I was filling my brain with pretty much everything I could possibly get my hands on. So we're going all the way out past the ice wall towards the flat edge to the earth, all the way to the center of land, and finding the stream that was Maine. That's my metaphor. And everything all across that spectrum, I was plotting points, looking for patterns. I was trying to see what information I could corroborate, which is pretty hard to do. Anyhow, I think I've gotten to a point now where you could say that it's prepper burnout, but it's not really prepper burnout. It's more like information burnout. Like things seem to be spiraling out of control at a rate that is hard to keep up with, and that I find myself, not surprised by the things that I'm hearing, and the rate is kind of starting to speed up. And I think a lot of us know that the plan itself has been accelerated, and maybe we're feeling that. And then also, I think I try to be mindful that, a hammer sees a nail. So I don't think I need to say any more than that. I think you understand what I mean. And I'm trying to read in between the lines on everything, and at the same time, like I said, stay focused on, instead of getting wrapped up into what the president said or what new disaster occurred or happened, or how crime is going up through the roof, or the things that are being that our taxpayer money is being spent on. I've reached a point where knowing the information doesn't seem to matter anymore. I think knowing what you need to do and how you need to get ready is, we've reached a point where that's all that's really important. And it doesn't matter what they're spending our taxpayer money on. It doesn't matter, what rights they're trying to take away next. What matters is that you're doing everything you can to prepare, because I think that the metaphorical ball falling down the hill, that is the decline of the United States of America and many more nations around the world, has picked up so much speed that I don't know if it can be stopped. Maybe that's what they want us to think, but the best way to combat that the whole time in the end was resiliency and preparing. And I think that some people also confuse the two. I think they confuse resiliency and preparedness. They think that you can only be resilient if you are prepared. It makes it easier. It would make it a hell of a lot easier But if you think about like the most resilient people aren't working with like the latest gear that you're gonna find on, you know, any of these channels that they're pushing, or Amazon, or any of the shit I have, to be honest. The most resilient people are probably the Amish and the homeless. They're already doing it. The homeless are already living in an SHTF. When it happens, they're gonna probably not bat an eye. That's my personal opinion. The Amish are probably gonna do much of the same. They got a very low-tech system going, and it seems to be working out just fine for them. But anyhow, I wanted to give you my 2 cents. I don't think that, you know, my draw towards information into like wanting to hear what everyone has to say and wanting to feel informed for where I'm getting my news, and that I'm getting my news, is just not really important to me anymore. It's more important that I'm doing the things, that I'm training, that I'm preparing, that I'm getting myself in a physically ready state, and mentally ready state, and a spiritually ready state. And I don't know, tell me what you guys think. I mean, it's probably important to stay informed still, but I'm losing the motivation, the will to want to stay informed, because it's just getting worse. Everything's getting worse. And I ask myself, by knowing this intel, did it change anything that I'm doing? I mean, I've reached a point now where it's like I'm doing everything that I can possibly do at a rate that I can only improve on if I start being a shitty father, a shitty husband, and a shitty employee at my job. At which point, that's called balancing life. And I have to keep my life balanced for the time being until life becomes unbalanced, and forced upon me in that reality. So that's where I'm coming from. Don't think that taking a step back from all this is a bad thing. I think it's good to be aware that no matter what's going on, you have to be doing everything that you can possibly do in all means. And it's like a wagon wheel with 5 spokes. You know, you lay out what those 5 spokes are, the 5 most important things you think you need to do. And if you're balanced in all 5 of those areas, then the wheel will turn pretty smoothly. If you're out of whack, it's going to be a bumpy wagon wheel. So I think that's a efficiency key that I don't have mastered yet, but I'm working on. Anyways, wanted to drop that to you guys. Leave your comments, thoughts down below, and we'll see you next time. PREPPERINES out.